Start of the second half here in Reno. Utah State leading Nevada 42-37. I'm Trent Rush for Jess Settles. Jess, what do you think that Steve Alford was talking to his team about at halftime? Because this is one where defensively, got to imagine Nevada's trying to figure out how to stop this Utah State juggernaut of an offense.
Well, I guarantee you he did most of the talking. I've known him for many years, and he's the defensive guru, and he's telling his guys, look, if we don't guard, we're not going to win. 42 points is way too much. 16 points in the paint for Utah State, 8 fast break points, 6 threes, 12 free throws, so they didn't take anything away. They've got to close out hard in his first 4 minutes on the three-point line.
That's a travel right out of the gate. There you go.
Extend the defense, make them put the ball on the floor. Too soft on the closeouts in the first half.
I think for Nevada on the offensive end, look, Lucas, Blackshear, Baker, they were great. 32 of their 37 first half points. They need some of those other X-Factor guys to step up, you think.
And the freshmen have been really good, especially at San Diego State, so they're not afraid of the moment. They got to find a way to get stops. That's their number one priority.
Meanwhile, for Utah State right now, it seems like everyone's clicking. Ashworth hit 2 in the first half. Can't get the third. Maybe he was too open. Meanwhile, a slam for Funk. Check that. That was the big man, Dorius, coming in and throwing it down.
It looked like Lucas might have been hit in the head and falls down to the ground. Then the offensive rebound makes it 5 against 4, and that's the easiest bucket he'll have this year on Slam Cam. Coming right in your living room.
Trevin Dorius, 9 points here in the first half for a guy that only averages about 4.5 a game. Lucas, another tough shot. That one doesn't go. Dorius the rebound. Funk feeding Dorius, but a foul on a late whistle. And 7-1 big from Heber City, Utah is going to get a couple of free throws.
You said it. I mean, what an impact he's had on this game. And it didn't look like that from angle there. That yeah, there's a little shove on the hip, and just displaced him just enough to get the whistle.
So Dorius now all of a sudden has himself in double figures for a player that, again, limited minutes. He plays backup minutes. I know he starts, but it does not get a whole lot of playing time. Generally, it's Dan Akin that's the man patrolling the paint. But Dorius doing a good job in this one against Baker. Matchup of 7-footers. Baker on the missed 3. Lucas can't do everything. Transition take gets stopped. Dorius running the floor, rewarded with free throws.
I don't know what he had for breakfast, but he better have it the next game as well, because he has been so aggressive around the rim, just cleaning up the misses. That's just all heart right there. Comes around Baker. Baker had the angle, did not block out, and big number 32 just rolls to the ball.
Should have called that one on the ground, so possession here for Utah State on the inbound. That's Funk on the miss. Up ahead, Baker. Baker with the left-handed flush. Other end, Dorius can't get it. Like to have that one back. Blackshear now to the basket. And after missing the dunk, picks up a foul on the other end.
Well, you don't see fast breaks a lot out of Nevada, but they'll strike when they get the chance. Big time Statue of Liberty by Baker, and then what a turn of events. A missed dunk at one end. There's Baker again coming right at you, but free throws, those are baskets on the road that you have to finish. A two-handed dunk right at the rim. This thing could come down to the wire. That was a critical miss.
Meanwhile, we'll see Kenan Blackshear back to the line. There's Dorius, three-time academic, all-conference player, pursuing his master's in business administration. Gets the nod, playing more tonight you'd think just because of the matchup with the 7-footer Baker, just the size advantage, it'd be a mismatch if you have Akin in there at 6'9". Worked out so far, so good for Ryan Odom. Five-point game. Ashworth on the take. Says, I'm not just a shooter. I can go to the hoop.
Well, he was smiling at the crowd a little bit. He's not used to getting to the rim that easily.
Baker. The point guard from the post finds the center, top of the circle three.
You're exactly right. He draws so much attention, gets deep. He's an elite passer. And great shot by Baker. He's come to play in this second half.
13 now for Baker. Gets beat by Akin there and scores in traffic. Count it and one.
Tremendous rip through. Baker falls down, and that's just bad luck. He falls into Atkins. Great jab step. Incredible offensive play.
Well, that's as much of an ankle breaker as you're going to get from a post player right there. And Akin converts the three-point play. 7-point lead now for Utah State. Every time Nevada has a chance to take the lead, get some momentum, something's going to happen where Utah State will come back and take the lead. It's happened all night.
Yeah, they just don't panic, right? Veteran team, been a lot of these battles on the road to make the smart plays when they need them most to stop the momentum. And
the first on Ashworth. We should mention the foul that was on Dorius earlier in the half sent him to the bench with 4. So he's on the bench right now. Opportunity for Davidson. Right hand hook, no. Blackshear. Akin was there, so he couldn't go. Davidson, the freshman, to the hoop. Muscling it inside for 2.
Another good pass by Williams to an open teammate, but Davidson about 2 or 3 times in this game has won the battle of the post before the pass got there.
Stoppage on the floor as Akin hustles over to his sideline to meet with the athletic trainer. As we step aside, Utah State maintaining a 5-point lead right now, 16-19 remaining here in this ball game, and a good one in the Mountain West. Thanks for staying up late night. Mountain West basketball on a treat here in Reno, Nevada. 51-46, Utah State winning on the road. Ryan Odom leading his team. There's so many good coaches in this league. Ryan Odom, the son of Dave Odom, all those years at Wake Forest. Of course, Richard Pitino, son of Rick. They played each other earlier this year. Richard beat Rick at the Pit earlier this year. And Kevin Kruger, his dad, Lon, 1,100 wins, couple of Final Fours, crazy. And then that's not even to mention on the other side here, Steve Alford, 657 career wins.
Steve Alford, I mean, still young, still had a lot of years to add wins to that. His dad, Sam Alford, a coaching legend in the state of Indiana. So just a lot of guys who grew up at the kitchen table, learning about X's and O's, how to win and how to overcome losses, right? That's what you learn as a coach's son. You don't get too high, you don't get too low.
Takeaway right there underneath as Darian Williams knocked it loose.
Getting a lot of scoring out of Williams tonight, but the assists, the defense, the physicality, 7 boards a game, leads his team in rebounding.
And they need that. I mean, Will Baker, look, he's not really a rebounder for being 7 feet tall. And a foul is 6 to shoot. Stops a take. It's going to be Lucas who gets hit. Shot clock gets reset to 20. Lucas called for the foul. Johnson. And now we talk so much about Nevada being the team to draw whistles. It's Utah State doing that.
Yeah, it's a good call. Another great roll by Atkins. And take a shot up top, but when he rolls that hard, it just puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And
yeah, Atkins just lost the handle on that one. Turnover, missed chance. Well, this Nevada team still leaning on basically 3 players in Lucas, Blackshear, and Baker. 39 to the 44, and then once again, Blackshear to the basket and one opportunity.
He's just so good at getting downhill. Another great call from the sideline. The lane opens up. That can get him on the top of the head, and this is just what he does better than anybody in the country. He is so strong, takes the hit, got fouled early, no call, and one. Parades to the free throw line. Big time move by Blackshear. What a game, partner.
Nevada's such a good free throw shooting team. Talked about it earlier, top 10 in the country. 2-point game. Utah State, the ball on the lead. Bairstow willing his way to the hoop. Stopped. Blackshear gave it away. Ashworth in the corner. It's a shot he typically makes. Davidson. He's got range, too. And Nevada's on top by 1. Just the 3rd bucket all night for a Wolfpack player outside their big 3. The response was missed by Funk. Davidson saves it to Blackshear for 2. A 10-0 run for the Nevada Wolfpack. Getting to the hoop, and in Reno, it's Nevada by 3. 10-0 run for Nevada. They've taken a 3-point lead here just over 5 minutes into the second half. Keenan Blackshear getting loose for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, 10 straight double-figure games. He made his mind up early in this one that he was going to be on the attack. Moves so well without the ball, but this is where he's just absolutely lethal. Coming downhill into the paint. People just bounce off of him. One of the most physical and talented point guards in the country. Not bad for a guy who's just playing the position for the first time this year, right?
Incredible. We could talk about the offense. How about the 4 steals he's created as well? Getting it done on both ends.
Picking up full court right here. He's feeling it. Got him slide his feet.
Utah State led by as many as 10 in the first half. To shoot. Atkin gets stopped. Doesn't draw iron, but a foul with 1 second on the shot clock.
He just wasn't going to be denied. He knew the clock was running down. Good defense on the initial hit, but goes up and gets himself to the free throw line. Mr. Double-double off the bench. 5 double-doubles on the year. Leads the country in double-doubles coming off the bench.
He's got 8 and 7 so far in this game. Foul on Williams. And they're actually going to say not a shooting foul. They're going to call that one on the floor. The shot clock still gets reset to 20, so a full chance at a possession here for Utah State. Trying to find Funk. Ashworth gets it to him, and Funk scores, stopping the run. Big bucket there for the Aggies.
No question. Anytime you can score on those underneath out-of-bounds plays, those are just backbreakers after a pretty good defensive sequence there by Nevada over the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, those are the first points for Utah State in over 3 minutes. Coleman.
Tough shot. Good defense by Utah State. I mean, their defense is so underrated.
Bairstow gets hit going up. And how about that sequence right there for Utah State?
Well, they get so much attention, right, because they lead the country in three-point shooting, but they are a good, stout defensive team. And they know how to run underneath out-of-bounds plays. Davidson just falls asleep a little bit, and Funk, so crafty. We talked about his basketball IQ. Saw Davidson turn his head, went to the basket, easy basket.
Bairstow misses the free throw, but you get the inbound on a foul with 1 second on the shot clock, get the stop on the other end, get out in transition, and get yourself to the line. I mean, that's just really good veteran basketball, the kind of basketball you see in the NCAA tournament.
I mean, if you're a high school coach, a small college coach, and you want to teach your kids how to play, you watch Utah State, right? A ton of scores, guys who are veteran players. They're so fun to watch. The synergy, the chemistry, the extra pass. You're exactly right. They just make smart basketball plays.
Meanwhile, with all the depth and balance of the Aggies, it's basically 3 guys getting it done for Nevada right now. Lucas is one of them. Man, that's a tough shot, and he got it. Are you kidding me, Jared Lucas?
That's where you want him to shoot it if you're the defense, but sometimes great defense doesn't matter, especially against Lucas.
Ashworth from another zip code hits it. The Stars are out tonight. Blackshear was touched by Bairstow. 10 seconds. Oh my, right there. So good for Keenan Blackshear.
Well, we talked about Akin being able to switch on the point guards, and that was good in the initial defense, but Blackshear just playground move, another tough shot for Nevada.
Back and forth we go. Funk. Feeding Akin. 4 seconds for Shulga. Bairstow in the corner. Got it in time. And now it's the Aggies by 2.
Oh, those are just killers, aren't they, late in the shot clock? The second time that has happened, Nevada playing extremely hard defensively, and it doesn't matter. Utah State, the extra pass, the big-time shot.
A3 of the night for Utah State, but how about this back and forth we got going on here in Reno tonight, Jess?
Well, one of the best games of the year in the Mountain West, coming down to the wire, blow for blow, shot for shot. Stick around, everybody. We got a great one coming.
Yeah, it is a skier's paradise here in the Sierras. That's Heavenly Mountain Resort in Lake Tahoe, about a half hour from where we're at right now. That was from last weekend when some snow came in. More snow on the way in the next couple of days. The storm in Northern California making its way east here to Nevada. But man, that is just spectacular out there.
Such a beautiful area. I called the Nevada games at the Grand Cayman Islands Classic. The weather was a little warmer there, obviously. Steve Alford just raved to me. He said, this is my first trip here. He said, you got to come call a game here. Just a tremendous area, great fans, tremendous basketball. But it is beautiful. You see why people come from all around the world.
Ashworth can't get it. Trying to get a second chance. Akin goes crashing into the bench. That's going to be Nevada basketball here. So Nevada gets a stop coming out of the timeout. And good to see Will Baker back out on the floor. He was on the bench for an extended time. He was on for about 6 minutes. He wasn't on the floor. Davidson filled that role. And Nevada matched Utah State step for step.
No question. They got to go to him right now in the next couple of possessions. He's really fresh. He's got to do something with it around the rim. Here they go.
After the break, gets the bucket.
He took what the defense gave him. He wanted to drive that, but he didn't want to pick up a charge. He just pulled up. He's got such a sweet stroke.
I mean, Jess, a former head coach, that's a foul. I mean, that's one for Baker, too. Got to be able to work through, let the big guy breathe for a minute.
Got him the rest that he needed. But again, this is not one where you want to attack the defense. Just pull up, take what they give you, and be awful. Not happy with the call.
Yeah, that's because that's the fourth on Trey Coleman. That's a big foul here with 10:20 to play. Utah State has a little bit of foul trouble, at least with their starting center, Dorius, who's got 4. Alford not happy about it at all. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good for Ashworth. But just as a former head coach, you got a big guy, 7-footer. You know you need him down the stretch. You know you need those minutes. It's still a gamble to give him a 6-minute break in the second half.
Well, Davidson was just playing so well. He was so active. He was physical. And they just kept going with that momentum, and it got them back into the game. But right now, Baker, he's got the rest. No excuses. He's got to play physical and hard over the next 4 or 5 minutes.
Trying to get to Lucas. Pettigrew finds him. Baker got fouled by Akin right there, which will be his second.
Very difficult play to guard. Flare screen to Lucas on the opposite side. And then he's able to kick it back to Baker, who can also stretch the defense.
Baker working for it in the post. Gives it back to Blackshear. And a foul on Akin, and that's 2 on this trip for their big man. He's got 3.
Maybe with that early hand on the hip, and maybe a root out with the thigh. But they've been battling like that all night, so it's kind of a let them play right there.
Yeah, we haven't seen many of those called at all tonight. Pettigrew back to Baker. Mismatch is on him. 6 seconds. Blackshear gets bumped. And that's going to be against Utah State. E.J. Edelrock from Australia. So now back into the game for Utah State comes Trevin Dorius. Again, kind of a sleeper on the roster, but has had a great game playing with 4 fouls right now.
Yeah, go right at him. And bring it right back into Baker. Lower your shoulder and force a whistle.
Blackshear just muscling his way in the post. Blackshear's post-up game can take him to a lot of levels. Five seconds, Bairstow answers on the other end. Shot for shot, this matchup has been outstanding tonight.
Such an explosive athlete. I mean, takes the hit and soaring up in the air to release that shot. He's improved his outside jumper, but that is just a brilliant one-on-one play by a tremendous athlete.
Lucas to the hoop. Can't get the kiss, but got it back. Baker right off the iron. And a 3rd chance. Blackshear with the take. Blackshear gets it. third time's the charm for the Wolfpack.
It just feels like there are two Darian Williams on the court. Defense, offense, rebounds, deflections, assists. He's just doing everything little to lead his team to victory. He's so fun to watch.
Big collision right there on the rebound, and that's going to be 5 there on Trevin Dorius. He's fouled out. Meanwhile, Blackshear, who just got hit, says, let me just show you this, getting right to the basket. And we're all square under 8. Late night in the Mountain West rocks. What a game we got. Utah State at Nevada here in Reno. He's Jess Settles. I'm Trent Rush. Boy, this game is so important for each of these teams. A quad 1 game for both squads, and a win tonight for either one would just be monumental for a resume.
Yeah, both teams knew today at practice what was at stake. I mean, you're exactly right. Monumental is the key word. The entire country is watching. These are both two elite teams that could go very deep in the big dance. They want to win a regular season. They feel like they both can do it. They want to win that conference championship. But 34-24 right now, this is a tremendous league with 4 to 5 teams that are very confident. They can make a lot of noise in March.
Blackshear looking to add to his total. So if you're just joining us, it was Utah State that had an early 10-point lead in this game. We had a chance to see the Aggies take a 5-point lead in a halftime, but Nevada has stepped up, really riding 3 players. And Blackshear, who just got that free throw with Lucas and Baker. 22, 17, 15 respectively. 23 now for Blackshear.
No doubt. You have to know who the three-point shooters are and continue to run Utah State off the three-point line. If you're Utah State, make sure you know where Lucas is. Blackshear has the ball in his hand. It's hard to get it out of his hands, but don't let Lucas come off the staggers and hit threes on you.
Funk looking to respond. And the #1 3-point shooting team in the nation. 2 for 9 here in the second half. That's Lucas with 12 to shoot. Baker, left hand hook, got it!
That's the old Bob Knight triangle play that Steve Alford's been running. They could not get the ball to Baker on the initial action, but they were patient and came back to him on the secondary play, and he made it pay off huge.
Back up top, Shulga's got to get it, no!
I keep working it through Baker. He is fresh and he is hungry.
To the basket, Blackshear is going to get some free throws in what's already been a career night for him.
Almost impossible to stop that hook shot by Baker. They didn't get to him on the other side, but they stayed patient. Worked it inside, bounce pass. Tough shot. Blackshear giving him a little love right there. Those two are working well together right now. And a great decision by Coach Alford and the staff to keep Davidson in the lineup there when things were working. Give Baker some rest. And when down at the Grand Cayman Islands, those two were on the floor a lot together.
Yeah.
But with all the injuries, they just couldn't afford that foul trouble. They're backing each other up, and it's working pretty well. But doggone it, KJ Adams. Yeah, he was playing so well. The rim protector, such great chemistry, but the freshmen have stepped up, and they're going to have to be huge down the stretch.
Blackshear, the converted wing, has become a point guard and having a career night on a national stage in a huge game at home against Utah State. Nevada up 6, their biggest lead of the night.
Funk setting the screens and popping. The pick and pop with Funk.
Scholga willing his way. No. Lucas ends up with it and gets fouled by Akin. And that's going to be 4.
That's just world-class defense. Does not bite. Lucas stays on the floor, 50-50. Both guys hustling, both teams going after it. Gets him there on the arm. I like to see Utah State use Funk as the screener. Pick and pop. Force a decision by the defense and let him spread the court.
We saw Nevada go on a 10-0 run earlier in the half. Lucas hitting the front end of a 1-1, now a 9-0 run for the Wolfpack here in the second half. Again. Funk needs this one.
This second half has been all about the Nevada defense. They got the message at halftime. They had to take away the three-point shot. They've done that. They've been physical.
Akin goes to the ground. Baker takes advantage. Aggies need a timeout. Will Baker just going to work with that left hand in the post. And now it's a 12-0 run for Nevada. Will Baker, a big-time second half. And boy, the big three for the Wolfpack have showed out in a big way tonight.
The decision to rest Baker, it changed the game. He didn't like sitting over there that long. Coach Alford challenged him. You're fresh. Get in there and dominate. We're going to come to you. They've come to him over and over again. Blackshear, Baker, Lucas. Baker has stepped up, had one of the best 5-minute runs here we've seen out of him this year. If he can play at this level, they're going to be tough to beat.
Boy, in the Mountain West Conference, these two teams right up there at the top. San Diego State has been outstanding this year, but boy, Boise State's been so good. New Mexico won their first 14 games this year, a great start, but they had a couple of losses last week. And you look at where these two teams are at. I mean, really, 5 teams probably feel like they belong out of the Mountain West in the NCAA tournament. Maybe they get 4 again. Maybe they get 3 again. Hard to say. I think if you look at the level in this league, you can make a very good case why at least 4 belong.
Well, no question. I mean, these teams can play with anybody in the country. San Diego State, and what Coach Dutcher's done there, it's just remarkable. The defense that they play, the toughness they play with. Nevada, Utah State. Can you imagine scouting Utah State with a one-day turnaround? They can shoot you out of the gym. It's just a fantastic league at the top.
Tomorrow night, it's Fox Primetime Hoops featuring a Pac-12 showdown between Colorado and 7th-ranked UCLA. It all tips off at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Fox and the Fox Sports app. They know how to hoop it out west. And Nevada, led by Steve Alford, their head coach, now in year 4 at the helm of this program, has these students pumped up for resurgence. It was in 2018 Nevada went to the Sweet 16. They returned to the big dance the year after that. Haven't been since. There was a review at the end of that last play trying to see if they were to call it flagrant or not, but it stands for common foul. Ashworth gets to the bucket around Baker, missed the shot. The Aggies have gone cold. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's got something to say about that one. The hook from Baker, a 14-0 run. And then a stop on the other end. How about this second half for Nevada?
It's just been brilliant at both ends of the court. Great decisions, toughness, closing out on the three-point shooters, rebounding. A little heat check from the big man.
You think Baker's feeling pretty good right now? In transition, no, a rejection. Trey Pettigrew with a swat. Wolfpack trying to pile on. Baker from range. You bet. Taken away by Baker. Blackshear on the break. The 24 points for Will Baker tonight, a new career high. Blackshear's already got a career night, missed that one. Aggies running out of time. And just gave it away. Steve Alford calls a timeout. We'll step aside. Blackshear, Baker, everybody for the Wolfpack. And then Pettigrew on defense.
Will Baker, the range, the hook shots, the defense. Will Baker's taking over the Mountain West right now.
Nevada on a 17-0 run in the last 6 minutes and 20 seconds to take over this game, and they've been led by these two. Keenan Blackshear getting it going from the point guard position.
There's such a physical guard at both ends of the court. Been able to get downhill. I mean, you know it's coming, but it's so difficult to stop. And then this might have been the play of the game right here. On such a momentum swinging play. And then Will Baker comes in after the huge delay and gets right to work. Runs the court, posts up hard, makes smart decisions. He's shown us everything in the last 5 minutes. Hook shots, three-point shot. That is the best shot he's made all year. Spectacular defense by Nevada. Gave up 42 points in the first half to Utah State. I think I have him for only 22 so far in the second half.
This is the Baker we've been waiting to see. This is the Baker that they wanted so badly in Austin at Texas. It just didn't work there. Now here he is in Nevada, dominating in the Mountain West as Blackshear adds on to his career night.
Double team, and I don't blame Utah State, but Will Baker makes him pay. Nice assist to Blackshear. Right now you need three-point shots, and you need them quickly for Utah State.
To think that around the 9-minute mark, Utah State had a 2-point lead. It's a 17-point lead now with Blackshear 28, Baker 24. These two just dominated.
It was Lucas in the first half, kept him in the game, and then his two partners just came in the second half and surged at just the right time. Utah State struggled a little with composure at Boise State a couple games ago on the road. They played tough in this game, but haven't been able to knock down the three-point shot in the second half, some timely ones. And Nevada's defense has been so stout. You just won't see a better defensive performance than in the last 10 minutes in the Mountain West this year.
So if you're a Utah State fan, that Nevada 19-0 run mercifully comes to an end here with about 2 minutes to go in this game. But Nevada absolutely taking over in the second half, doing it with their star power. I'm glad you mentioned Lucas, who has the ball now, because there were some moments. Look, Nevada was down by 5 at halftime. It could have been 12, 14. It could have gotten away from the Wolfpack, if not for Lucas. Williams getting into the action. rejection. They're on their feet here in Reno. A worthy ovation. Can't quite get to 30 just yet. Still has a minute. Back to Funk. Second chance, good. Time on the floor. Less than 53 seconds left. Utah State calls their final timeout. Steve Alford has done such a good job with this Nevada program. See where he ranks all time. The third all-time in the Mountain West, the active leader, 14th among all coaches, and there's a lot more in the tank for Steve Alford. A lot more.
No question, and he just fits in here perfectly. The recruiting, the community work. I know his wife Tanya loves living in this area, and just had a heck of a career, success at so many different places, but there's just something about the Mountain West that brings out the best in him. You just saw that defense there in the second half. It was outstanding.
And this is in the middle of a really tough stretch for Nevada. I mean, they go to Boise State after this, come back home for New Mexico. Rivalry with UNLV that's playing well, only for a rematch with San Diego State that just pumped them a couple days ago.
Boise State, I mean, they are sensational right now. Just not many off nights in this league, but they have a team, a veteran team that's built for it, and the freshmen are ahead of schedule for Nevada.
And January is just a gauntlet for the Wolfpack. Well, we've talked about the significance of Baker on the bench and coming back, and that's when the run really started, when he checked back into the game. But how about the play of Nick Davidson to be able to let Baker have that kind of a break?
Well, I saw him earlier in the year, and he was not afraid of the moment. I mean, at both ends, he's just stepped up. And well, we talked about his last 3 games. 15.6 boards, 93% from the free throw line. The defense he played with Baker on the bench was spectacular. He's tough to guard, but he's way ahead of schedule from my standpoint, breaking down these games.
Southern California guy, Mission Viejo, has gone from the beach to the mountains.
What a great run. Utah State, fantastic team. Nevada, fantastic team. What a performance.
Lucas adding on. He gets to 20 plus, 21 for Jared Lucas. Their big 3, all over 20 tonight. And just a complete effort for the Wolfpack. Just, I said it before, I'll say it again. Truly dominant in this second half.
There's no question. There's no question. All the right decisions at the offensive end. I know Coach Alford at halftime this way he's always been. If we don't guard, we can't give up 42 points in the second half like we did in the first, or we can't win. And they got the message and came out and just locked this team down. And it's very difficult to make Utah State struggle offensively.
Ashworth gets both. Surprised to see Utah State 2 of 11 from 3 in the second half. They shoot much better at home than they do on the road, and that total is going to expand even more tonight. But Nevada controlling the second half. They go on a 19-0 run and get a 15-point home win over Utah State. Boy, Nevada rode their stars to a big-time win at home and a quad 1 win at home to boot.
We're so happy for Will Baker. The way he surged down the stretch, that was huge. You have to protect your home court. Life on the road in this conference is very difficult. A very entertaining game, 2 great teams, a lot of wins ahead.
For Jess Settles and our entire crew, my name is Trent Rush saying so long from Reno, Nevada. Final score tonight, 85-70. Wolfpack over the Utah State Aggies. Remember to join us tomorrow for more great college basketball action. Seton Hall and DePaul tip off the day at noon. And wrapping up our night in prime time, UCLA hosts Colorado in a Pac-12 battle. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports, your home for all your college basketball actions. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.